we've got a project by Olivia and Lori. Lori's on 2 projects this go round. So you heard from her at the beginning, and now you'll hear from her again. Let me just, there she is, unmuted. Hi, Lori. And
hi, Olivia, are you unmuted?
I just unmuted Olivia, so she should be.
Okay.
Okay. And so to start, I'll show your poster, and then I'll switch over to the story map when you tell me to.
Okay. And again, I just want to say too that with the story map, we've made it temporarily public for today, but because Cornell is involved in this and with doing the blogs and then the story map, they like to vet everything that goes out as well. So as soon as the story map's done, we'll send it to Cornell and we'll get it all proofed up and everything, and then it'll be able to go live.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm Olivia. I also worked with Ms. Doss, and our project was we worked with Cornell to make an interactive display, which can basically be used to show any topic, but we wanted to make ours about our Macedonia Forest Block Important Bird Area. And originally it was going to focus on the customization of our project, like the collecting different elements, the bird and habitat photos, the acoustic data, that sort of thing. But halfway through, Cornell reached out to us and they wanted someone to document the journey of making the project. So our focus kind of shifted from collecting data to actually describing the process and creating templates for other people to be able to make their own.
So this is another project, Olivia, that started small and then sort of just blossomed a little bit. So we had to sort of rework things on the fly because initially it was going to just be with Kent Land Trust, Marwood School, and everybody in the Macedonia Forest Block, important bird areas. So then we had to just, make some adjustments.
And for folks that don't know, what is the Macedonia Forest Block Important Bird Area?
We're actually going to show that in the story map.
Okay.
So if you bear with us, it might be best if we do that. So go ahead, Olivia.
Yes. So we really carried out the project first by going to Cornell because we had to kind of learn what we had to do and what the person we were working with, his name is Ashik, we had to learn what he was looking for. We also had regular Skype meetings with him as well. So Ms. Dawson and I met over the summer to take photos and get some more data, such as the acoustic recordings. We used a 360 camera and regular cameras, and we used like EpiCollect and Google Maps to help us organize that. And then later on, we recruited team members, people like artists, anyone interested in bird banding, photography, that sort of thing to help us build our project.
And I think the objectives of this project, and we're going to go into the story map in a second, were mainly to help educate, I think, people about the Macedonia Forest Block and to really inspire maybe others through this project. And as Olivia said, to teach them about the Raven exhibit and how people can duplicate this project, especially if they follow some of our templates, and then just to facilitate bird watching in the area.
All right. I will pull that up now. Okay. And you can see the story map?
Yes, we can. Okay. Go ahead, Olivia.
Right. So if you scroll down a little bit, the map will come up.
And we have a lot of Olivia. We also want to thank the Kent Land Trust and, the NRCA staff and everybody for their help as well.
Mm-hmm. So we wanted to put in a lot of links, and here's a photo from one of our artists that we recruited because we really wanted to make.
I think scroll a little more, Nicole, down a little more.
Yeah. We wanted to make this kind of a more interactive experience, and we wanted anyone that was looking at it to not just read, but also be able to learn and go straight to the sites that they needed to make their own exhibit.
Olivia, you might want to explain what Raven exhibit is real fast for the group.
So it's an interactive display, and ours is about birds. So basically, you can put in a lot of different media and data to show others what you want to show. So we had like bird calls, information about which bird, and we also wanted to make it about habitat. So each bird would go into a different habitat, and it would kind of help people associate which birds went to like which areas around them.
And Nicole, if you scroll a little bit, I think there's a quick little video. We'll just
Yeah.
we'll just show about the first minute of that too, so
Okay.
people can just get an idea, maybe a minute and a half of the visualization.
And again, sorry if folks can't hear this, but so could I make a Raven exhibit about frogs?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So it's not just about birds. And I do think because of the name Raven, that's a
Yes.
common misconception. Okay.
And we explained that in the story map and everything. But you know, it's a way to look at a picture of the organism, and then you know to take the recording of the organism, so to see the organism, to hear the organism. But you could also do it with music too, if you wanted to call up an album, or you know, there's lots of different ways to do it. But we're just keeping it with the animals right now. Yeah. And so this is, people can go to the Raven exhibit link on their own and see this. And again, you'll have the link in our story map, but we can go ahead and stop and move on then. And I think, yeah, you can explain about this and going to the meeting, Olivia, and then I'll have her show the Macedonia forest block thing.
Okay. So we also both went to a stakeholders meeting in Sharon Audubon, I believe, where we learned kind of what it takes to make and protect an important bird area. So ours is the Macedonia forest block. That's just the area we wanted to focus on because it's closest to us. And yeah, it was really a great experience to be able to go to the stakeholders meeting because I really learned a lot about what goes into the process.
So you can go ahead and scroll, Nicole.
Okay.
Keep going a little bit more. Okay. If the way this is designed, you want to talk about the links, you can go ahead and click on this first.
The YouTube one?
Yeah. That one was a drone video from one of the kids to give you a visual idea of part of Macedonia forest block. And we don't have to see the whole thing, just an idea. And then Olivia, did you put the Macedonia forest block, did you put in the link or about
We
oh
yeah,
there it is,
there is
down
one there.
below. Yes. Oh, okay. So we've tried to link people to this photo, and this all came about because we've been doing about 20 years of banding for the Institute for Bird Populations at their map stations here. So we have a ton of data, which was used to help, you know, get this area designated as a forest block or a landscape level important bird area. But we realized when Olivia and I started this project that people don't know much about this or even about the incredible diversity of birds that are here. So that was another reason for this project. Okay.
Cool.
And so I think you scroll to your videos. Yep.
Oh, yeah. We split our project up into those habitats, which you can see. And we also have some of our 360 photos in here. So I think if you want to go to like the forest gap one, that's the next one.
And this is an area that was Kent Land Trust cleaned out. The field has sort of been really overgrown. They cleaned it out, and it's an area where cerulean warblers, which are a species of global conservation concern, I think, even though their numbers are increasing in Connecticut, there's special concern now. But in other areas, they may be threatened. But the cerulean warblers like to breed all around this forest gap. So I think we've captured 6 cerulean warblers. And one of those 6 was a recapture that we had originally banded like 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Came back to the same area.
And
So we can go ahead.
do they mow here to keep it early successional?
They do a rotational mowing, so some tracks they let grow up for a couple more years than others, so that there's a variety of different habitat
Okay.
and ages there.
Huh.
And I think, should we do, Olivia, you want to do the river one or the forest? wanna
Let's
go
do the river one.
This one?
Yeah, that one's nice. So this is just another habitat that we were focusing on.
Oh, what river is that? Oh, Housatonic, I can see on the map. Cool.
So our project is still a work in progress because, especially due to the current situation with Corona, we had to postpone going back to Cornell. So we're not really going to be able to finish the story map completely until we're done with our Raven exhibit, which will probably be end of April, I believe.
Okay.
Well, they've got to load the Raven exhibit. The story map will be up sooner with
Okay.
just that, but we won't be able to physically see on the computer probably the Raven exhibit until the summer sometime. But Olivia, you want to talk about the different steps that you're sort of using throughout the story map?
Yeah, so we broke it down into kind of like a step-by-step guide. We started by going to Cornell, and we had to communicate with them, obviously, to get permission for like the key to make content pages, which make up the exhibit. And then we kind of broke it down from there into organizing and building our team up. And it's broken down with like tips. We have some templates that we built, which help make content pages. And from there, it's just about gathering data and building.
And how big's your team?
It's about 10 people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you scroll down, you'll be able to see the different, again, we're still adding to these pages, but different team members engaging in things. And we still got to put pictures of the acoustic specialists in, but the artists and, just bringing a lot of people together to create this project.
And students made all the artwork?
Yeah, that's who's Joseph, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph and Maddie.
These are wonderful, really.
Mm-hmm.
And so recognizing too that the people can be interested in birds, but be interested in different ways. And I think trying to capture on that. And they're also in here will be samples in each acoustic section of some of the recordings you'll be able to hear. And, just trying to have one site, right, Olivia, where everybody can. So we can go down a little bit more. Oh, did you want him to show that map, Olivia? Is the map there, or what is that? Is that the Epiclect?
Yeah, I think that's down. That's down for
go up a little. What is that?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that is Epiclect.
So I don't know. There's no data there yet. Because talk about our organization.
Yeah.
You can go to, can you view it at all or no?
It shows me no, because it says no entries.
Oh, there's no end, but you can't view the form builder.
Oh,
no.
No, okay. I thought, we were going to put some screenshots in there. But that's
okay.
In there. So are those in there yet? Probably not, Olivia, right?
No, I put just one screenshot.
Okay, cool. Is that down below?
I think it's right next to it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
What are these, Olivia? Those.
This has all been moved down to the bottom. This looks like it's not an updated version of the story map, but it pretty much looks the same. So
these are different softwares that you use?
Yeah,
software programs?
and we just found tutorials on
okay.
using them to help people.
Olivia,
So
do you
this,
want to talk about how, like, even when you get a recording, what has to be done before it can be inserted into the?
Yeah, so you have to go through and isolate the different sounds. And our acoustic recordings were about an hour long. So it took a while to go through every single one and isolate the bird calls from the other noises that were happening and then make them look presentable.
And you have to use different software to do
Mhm.
that. To put,
oh, okay. So this really is like a super in-depth guide, a
yeah.
tutorial for folks that want to try to do this
Yeah.
themselves. Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Because Olivia, wouldn't you agree? What we found was that we were having to go to all these different sources, right? So by trying to pick
Mhm.
one, why don't you
Yeah,
talk?
we really wanted to bring it all together so that you didn't have to go to different pages and search all over the place. It's all right here for you.
Can you explain what you're doing in this photo, Olivia?
I'm building one of the content pages. I'm not sure which bird this is for, but I'm just taking all the information that we found and putting it into about the sound, about the bird, that sort of information. So yeah.
When you build that content, does it, when people are using the exhibit and interacting with it, does it link out to the sources where, say, uh, that information came from, or is it just embedded in it, and maybe then you include references or something?
Yeah, so we had to do a reference page thing in the beginning, but we got most of our information right from the Cornell site, all about
Oh,
birds.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, and any sounds that we didn't have, we got from the Macaulay Library.
And in the building thing, so when we're putting a picture in, because the majority of our pictures are the ones that kids took, or like we used a community photographer, there's a place to credit it. So then when you open the exhibit, you know, if
Okay.
Olivia took the picture, it'll credit her.
Okay.
Mhm.
So she puts that all in there. And then what Cornell is going to do is they're going to build a special reference page
Yeah.
that opens up in the beginning.
Okay. Okay.
Go on.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
this is a screenshot of what
Mhm.
you're looking at here, right? Or something
Yes.
similar?
So that's an example of one of the pages from our template. We made a separate guide to how to make one of those to
Oh.
keep each of your pages consistent.
Yeah. Okay. Resilience.
And yeah, just keep going a little bit. Keep going. So we'll look at the blog in just a second, but down here is where there are going to be links. If you stay there, right there, a
Oh,
second.
yeah.
Yep. There's going to be links in here to the blogs that Olivia's made, and this would be something that you could even use in the Yukon workshops this summer, and you could share with people. Again, we don't have those there because it's got to be vetted first.
Yep.
And then they're using each of our tutorials. They're putting up a blog at Cornell. So you can click on this link here for Cornell. This is the first blog. Yeah, that one that's been verified and put up. And so in about another 2 weeks, there'll be another blog with recording and maybe photography. And, you know, you can scroll down through that and see.
Fantastic. That one I know we shared on our social media. So,
Correct. Right.
yeah. Wow. And Olivia, remind me, what year are you?
I'm a junior this year.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you've got time senior year to keep working on this.
Well, this will be finished by the end of the thing.
Okay.
Just going down here. So you can keep scrolling down. So she decided that she wants to put them in a different form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why. This is not the updated. This is not the updated
I
one.
see.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's all right. Work in progress.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Olivia, there's a question here. What was
Yeah.
your favorite thing
Yeah.
you learned in doing this project?
I don't know. I think I loved everything that I learned really because it was a very eye-opening experience. But I think my favorite part was going to Cornell right in the beginning, and we got to like go to their forest there in their ornithology lab and bird band early in the morning, and that was really a great experience because that was kind of my first time really being involved in bird banding and bird watching and stuff.
You can flip back to the story map if you want to, Nicole.
To the
Yeah.
poster?
Yeah, the poster. Yeah, poster.
I was gonna say one comment that I saw mentioned in your story map, and then at least two other teams talked about was the importance of data management. So I'm just gonna
Mhm.
plug the data management webinar that Laura and I did last, I think in the fall. When we proposed that webinar, some people thought that it was a very boring topic and maybe we shouldn't have go forward with it. But I'm so glad that we did it because I do think that it is very important to keep track,
Yeah.
especially, and like Aiden mentioned earlier, when you're going out every 2 weeks and collecting data, and you just need to have it all in one place and
Yeah.
well named files and all of that stuff. So thank you again for stressing the importance of data management. Yeah.
Nicole, do you have the right poster? Because I don't see Olivia's last name on this poster.
I had taken last names off just for the ones that we were posting on social media.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I was like, I'm not sure what version this, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that I used these images on our social media and just didn't want it that public, I guess. But the ones that got printed have the last name and the ones that are out on our website also.
Gotcha. One thing I think going back to the organization, I think you'll find why the EpiCollect, we don't have some entries in yet because, and Olivia, you'll agree with this, we didn't know we were going to write a blog for how people to do this. So Olivia, how many mistakes did we make in the beginning of organizing?
I think we made just about every mistake we could. It was definitely a learning curve. We kind of did, I don't know, we kind of started in the middle and worked our way out, if that makes sense, in terms of organization, but we definitely got a system that worked, and we shared that with our whole team, and now we've kind of got a good flow.
And now that we've got a little extra time here, we thought we'd try and capture some of the recordings and stuff that we didn't get, or photos, and be able to use the EpiCollect that we've created with everything pre-programmed in there. Because the biggest thing is making sure you have your codes and your locations and everything, and then when you're going to make your maps. And we were originally, what we were doing on the phone, was it the compass? Because the track kit didn't work, right?
Oh.
So then we thought, well, EpiCollect works better even if you don't have cell phone reception.
Right.
So it'd be a better way. So we experimented a little bit, found it worked, and then we just formalized the EpiCollect.
And I think I know I've had experience where I think I know what data I want to collect before I go out, and then I get out into the field and say, oh, I actually should have redesigned this, spreadsheet or something completely differently because there's 6 other things that I want to record that I hadn't thought of ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then we found out we needed a leader, and then that's what, Olivia has become the leader here, trying to keep everybody accounted and trying to document the sources. So she sort of had her hand in everything from, isolating acoustic files, from photography, from video, from meetings. And it was important for her to do that because then it gave her a better framework with which she's been writing the templates and the blogs and things of that nature.
Great. I